Happy Friday, I'm meteorologist Nicholas Herboso. We're taking a look at your forecast starting in the tropics once again with Hurricane Ernesto, a 100-mile-per-hour Category 2 hurricane that is approaching Bermuda. The path getting closer and closer, only around 200 miles away from Bermuda at this time. The forecast track does take it towards the island. I do want to pull out the water vapor imagery really quickly. I want to show you that the storm is fighting some shear and it is also fighting some dry air. So you can kind of see it's a little bit lopsided. We have some wind shear that is coming from the south and from the west that is pushing the storm a little bit. It still has a little bit of a core though that's trying to keep itself together. We are expecting near hurricane impacts in Bermuda. Hurricane warnings have been issued for a while there. Here's the forecast track, of course, going by Bermuda very soon here on Saturday. So this weekend we'll be tracking it, of course. You can tune in for the latest updates. And then beyond that, it starts to pick up forward speed. So forward speed as in how fast it is moving. And it starts to race out to the northern Atlantic. And it gets out there by early next week. We're way up near Iceland almost. So it's a very fast moving system. It gets picked up by a trough that is over the eastern United States at this time. Locally, we have no tropical concerns, which is great. We are thinking about the beaches, though. I did want to point this out. Low risk at the Alabama beaches for today, but in Florida, we have a medium risk of rip current. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're being safe at the beaches, especially as we're getting into the weekend. Overall, our weekend beach forecast has a low risk of rip current. Just pay attention to things, of course. We did have some coastal showers this morning. I think that rain chance is slightly lower over the next few days. Still, you want to keep track of things. You can have the Fox 10 weather app, a great way to kind of keep track of things. With the Fox 10 weather app has the radar section of the app that you can use, also lightning alerts. So some good things to use there. Here's a rip current risk over the next 5 days. You can see we keep it low, but we'll pay attention to the forecast because the forecast can differ between Alabama and Florida beaches. So pay attention to those local beach flags as always. All right, for today, we mentioned the coastal showers that we have had. Now we're going to have afternoon showers and thunderstorms that develop. They will be very spotty. Not everybody is getting wet, but some places will, and we might have some heavier downpours out there. Also some cloud cover, which might keep our temperatures down a little bit. We can hope for that. And you might be lucky if you get one of these cooling showers. By 7 o'clock, there are still some storms around, but they will start to fade right after sunset. And I think after sunset, they go rather quickly. This forecast model hangs on to some in our inland areas around 10 o'clock, but then after that, those are gone. Another issue that we're dealing with today, heat. Heat index values around 100 degrees here in Mobile, maybe even 105 degrees. However, we do have a heat advisory that has been issued because we could be seeing heat index values even higher. You see 105 in Mobile, but you see 107 there in Chatham, 107 in Pascagoula. We have a heat advisory, and the criteria for that leading up to 110 degrees for a heat index value. This is all for the western half of our area. So if you're west of Mobile Bay, you are under that heat advisory. Places to the east, heat index values around 105 still, which is, of course, very, very hot. Something we'll be watching over the next few days and actually getting into the weekend forecast now. Saturday, 95, Sunday, 97, 97 degrees with humid conditions. We could see more significant heat index values around 110 to 113 maybe. If we get to 113, we might have an excessive heat warning that is issued. Another thing that we're thinking about on Sunday for the weekend forecast here, we're going to have some thunderstorms around, a 40% chance of rain there. Inland communities might see a strong thunderstorm. The Storm Prediction Center already highlighting a marginal risk for severe weather. What that would essentially mean, gusty winds being the main threat. We did have some storms that produced gusty winds a few days ago, so think back to those. We could see that again mostly in our inland areas this time. Rain chances once again through the weekend, sitting right around 40%. Then we drop them. A front, believe it or not, a cold front passes on Monday, 20%. Then I drop the rain chances to 0 for Tuesday and Wednesday before the rain finally returns towards the end of the week. As our front passes on Monday, we get some drier air that moves in here. So look at Tuesday, a morning low of 71 degrees. It will be, because of the dry air, you're knocking your morning temperatures down just a little bit, but it would feel a lot better on your Tuesday morning and your Wednesday morning as well. So that's something to look forward to. But don't get too happy. The afternoons are still hot, very hot. We're in the middle 90s there. After 97 on Sunday, which seems to be our hottest day, we stick around the middle 90s all the way, even after the front passes through the next 7 days. That is well above average. What's going on with the overall pattern? Well, we have a little system that pushes through, that pushes the front through there, that trough that kicks Ernesto out to sea that I mentioned at the beginning of this. that's actually the trough that's also bringing us the cold front. So there you go. It's all connected there. Big ridge of high pressure over the western United States, and it's just kind of stuck there, and it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. We're on the edge of it, so it's still hot for us, and occasionally we get clipped by some of these systems, one of which, those systems that come Monday, that brings us that cold front, so dry air comes in for Tuesday, Wednesday. When you look at the extended outlook, we see a return of rain chances at the end of next week, and then we'll keep on going with this pattern and see what comes down the line around that ridge of high pressure that is over the central and southwestern United States. That's your forecast update for you now. We'll have more updates coming up on Fox 10 News at 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10.